Mayor, I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Elmwood Park Mayor and Council for November 9th, 2023, to order at 7:04 p.m. On roll call, we have Councilmembers Dennis. Here. Fasolo.
Here.
Golombek. Here. Pellegrin.
Here.
Sheridan.
Here.
Council President Vallisari.
Here.
Mayor Coletti.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Shanae. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our public meeting. We have a nice presentation that is going to take place in a very short while. But prior to that, if I can get everybody to rise for our prayer and flag salute, I would appreciate it. Let us bow our heads this evening in a silent prayer, considering peace throughout the world and peace in the Middle East. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God and country. Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey require at the commencement of every meeting a statement of compliance be read by the presiding officer. Now, therefore, be advised that the meeting requirements for this meeting have been met by publishing a special notice in the Record and Herald News, and by posting such notice in the office of the Borough Clerk, as well as in a public place in the municipal building, and also by notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted and transmitted on January 6th, 2023, and published on January 10th, 2023. Shanae?
Yes, at this time we have the Homeowners Association presentation. I would like to call forward Linda Colombini and Councilwoman Lorraine Pellegrin from the Residents Assistance Program, Mayor Coletti, Councilwoman Terry Sheridan, and Police Chief Michael Foligno.
Please, thank you.
Don't be afraid of each other. She's got the money.
Well, I don't know if you guys want to say something as well, but...
You can go first, you're the president, okay?
Well, all right. Well, once again, we wanted to say on behalf of the Elmwood Park Homeowners Association, we are very proud and honored to be here this evening with you. The work you're doing for our community is just so outstanding. There's really no words to express what you do for our residents, and it's very difficult for me to say, but I know this job was started from your heart, and that's how you continue to do your work. And I honestly, I don't know what else I can say to you. I really don't. I just can't express. I'll just continue. With that being said, on behalf of the Homeowners Association, we would like to present you with this check in the amount of $3,000 to help feed our residents and buy toys and gifts for our children of the Elmwood Park community. I'm sorry, I'm fumbling over my words because I just,
You're doing a good job.
it's so hard to, it's just, I just can't thank you enough for all you do for our community, not only for this program.
I'm a little
And
less patient as she is.
oh, for Christ's sake. So, it just,
This is a little
oh, thank you
token
so
of our
much.
gratitude for you.
Thank you. And
If-
this is
if-
for you.
Thank you.
so
And if I
much.
could just say that the Homeowners Association has done so much for
All of
that,
us.
as well as so many other organizations in our community. Linda and all the members work very hard to donate everything back, all their proceeds, to all different organizations and committee. And this check means more than a lot of people know, because many people really hurt, especially during the holidays, and this will really help ensure that every child wakes up to a toy, that everybody has a nice meal. And isn't that what life's about, being kind and helping each other? So I know you're giving this to me, but there's so many people involved with RAP, our police chief, our committee, Angela Fava, Dion York, and the whole community. Without the whole community giving, we wouldn't be able to do this for our residents in need. So, you know, it's a community effort, and I'm just so proud of everybody that we come together to help each other. And really, that's what it's all about. So Linda, thank you, and thank everybody.
You should have said
Give
it
her a
instead of me.
round.
I'm sorry, I get too emotional.
Picture.
I get too emotional when
Please
it
come
comes.
down for a group picture. Everybody come. Sal, everybody come down. Get a nice picture of everybody. Say it for the council. You can keep the road. Thank you very much.
Watch your work, my lady.
You did a great job.
Yes, it's not bad for a couple of months, right?
Oh, yeah. Vaccination instruction.
Physical therapy 3 times a week.
Council comments? Mrs. Dennis?
Thank you, Mayor. Linda, where did she go? I can't see a thing. Oh, hi. Linda, I just wanted to thank you for your generous donations to the RAP program. I've seen you come up here throughout the year and really work hard to help out our residents, so it's greatly appreciated, and we look forward to all the things that you're going to accomplish in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Fasolo?
Thank you, Mayor. On behalf of the residents of Elma Park, I'd like to thank the Homeowners Association for their generous support, not only now, but throughout the year, for the RAP program. The RAP program has been very successful, and I'm happy to say that I've supported it since its inception, and it continues to do great things for our community. Thank you.
Councilman Golubek?
Thank you, Mayor. To Ms. Colombini and the Homeowners Association, thank you very much for your generous donation and your many generous donations over the year. I'm sure it will help the RAP program, which does a lot of good work in the community. So thank you all.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Pellegrin?
Yes, can't say it enough. Linda has worked so hard to get this homeowners association going. We have a lot of people come to our meetings and support them, and all her members really care about our community, and not just for the RAP, but she does things all year long for all different organizations, the school, everything. So all her bus trips that you hear Terry speak about and all, that money goes back into our community to help others. So it's really important that the Homeowners Association is recognized and thanked for their community work. So again, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you and keep up the good work.
Councilwoman Sheridan? Thank you, Councilwoman.
Thank you, Mayor. Linda, I just want to say I'm on both sides. I am the liaison to the homeowners. I also do help out with the Residents Assistance Program. And I just want to say thank you for everything, for the RAP program, everything you do for the town. And thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Council President Ballesteri?
Thank you, Mayor. I also want to thank Linda Colombini and the homeowners for the generous donation to RAP. I know it's appreciated by Lorraine and many others that are going to benefit from it. And I know you've made several donations, not only to the RAP, but to other community members, and with your bus runs and all that. And so thank you for that, for raising money for our community.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Mr. Foligno?
Yes, Mayor. Linda, thank you so much. We appreciate the support. The RAP program is an awesome program. I'm happy to be part of it with Councilwoman Pellegrin and all the other borough employees that assist. We love your homeowners association. You include us in your meetings, and we really appreciate it. You have a great heart, and it shows that you really care about the community. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Foligno. Mr. Ingraffia, would you like to say something?
Oh, usually attorneys don't make any comments, but I have to, as a resident of our wonderful community, Elmwood Park, is a great thing that the RAP program is, and it's a wonderful thing that is in our community, and any help that is given is admirable, it is gracious, and I tell you, it's very, very much appreciated. And now I speak as an attorney. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's all, we're all a body up here. We all want a piece of the good times, and when we have moments like this, it's a wonderful thing. It only goes to show you, this is another layer of cooperation between our leaders in this community with different organizations. You see the way we're working. Last year, I think it was an additional $2,000 that the homeowners furnished to this program, and it increased this year and hopefully next year. Linda, you might have to shake some people down a little more, or I shouldn't say shake down, the poor choice of words there. But we're very appreciative of you and your efforts in this community, and let's keep it going. Shanae?
Yes, moving on to ordinances on first reading. We have Resolution R-420-23, introduce ordinance number 23-40 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending the Borough Code and all general ordinances of the borough, more specifically creating and establishing under Chapter 33, new ordinance entitled Business and Rental Insurance Registration to permit, require, and regulate the production of insurance certificates.
Mr. Graffley,
Be
the reason I asked you to speak was to get you warmed up for this now.
Oh, I appreciate it, Mayor. Thank you.
Sorry. Be passed and adopted on first reading, and be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, December 21st, 2023, at 7:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the borough clerk be and she is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
Mr. Graffley, could you please break this down for us?
Sure, Mayor. With this particular ordinance, it is required, again, the state acts and we have to comply. Of course, the state always acts without awarding any funds or anything, but puts on obligations to the boroughs and to the towns. And one of these obligations is that everyone who is a business or rental apartment of any kind must now maintain liability insurance. And it's set forth that the liability is the minimum required, but they have to show it. The municipality is going to be required to ensure that each and every rental unit or business in borough has insurance. Every year, there's going to be a requirement that they present a certificate, and also every time there is a change of tenants and or an inspection for the purposes of certificate of occupancies, the insurance certificate has to be produced by the rental or the landlords.
Sal, that's for multi-families?
It's for any rental unit.
Any rental unit?
Yep.
Okay,
Business or rental.
okay. Thank you for that explanation. And may I have a motion on the ordinance?
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrin, second by Fasolo. On roll call, we have Councilmembers Dennis,
Yes.
Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Sheridan,
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next, we have Resolution R-421-23, introduce ordinance number 23-41 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending the Borough Code, amending Chapter 17, Environmental Regulation, more specifically Section 17.1, lead paint to the Code of the Borough concerning lead-based paint inspections, be passed and adopted on first reading. And be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, December 21st, 2023, at 7:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter, as same can be heard, at which time any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be and she is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
Mr. Graffia, would you do us the honor?
Okay, again, Mayor, is the state again acts, we have to comply. It's a requirement of inspections regarding lead paint in any building or residential unit or business unit. Again, it's a requirement of inspection. The borough is required to inspect these units and assure through the inspection and certify that there is no lead paint and/or lead environmental positions.
And from what I understand, our inspectors are going to be licensed to do this?
It
And
is my understanding, Mayor, that the building department has 4 licensed individuals already, so therefore, everything is going to be maintained in-house, and the cost will be maintained at a low rate rather than having an outside firm do it.
Yeah, we had, a couple of us had the opportunity to speak to some realtors, and they were saying that these private licensed people that could inspect on this, they're far and few between, and they're very expensive. So by our building department acquiring these licenses, there'll be a fee, but it'll probably might be what?
It was going to be,
Go ahead.
if I may, Mayor, it could almost be triple what what we would be charging. So we're saving our residents significantly by doing this.
Yeah, this is a real good ordinance. I'm glad this happened. Okay, may I have a motion on the ordinance?
So moved. Second.
Any additional discussion? With that said, could you please call the roll?
First by Pellegrin, second by Council President Ballesteri. On roll call, we have Council Members Dennis,
Yes.
Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek, Pellegrin,
Yes.
Sheridan,
Yes.
Council President Ballesteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Now for ordinances on second reading. Resolution R-422-23, reintroduce ordinance 23-22 on second reading. Whereas the public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the Borough of Elmwood Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing the Code of the Borough, Chapter 22, entitled Streets and Sidewalk, more specifically Section 22-1.15, entitled Restoration by Permittee, so as to include certain language clarifying the obligation and responsibility set forth therein, was introduced and passed at a meeting held on Thursday, October 19, 2023, and that further consideration of this ordinance would be taken up at this meeting. And whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given an opportunity to be heard concerning the same.
Motion?
Sorry,
I'm
almost
sorry.
done, almost. Now therefore it be resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the Borough of Elmwood Park, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing the Code of the Borough, Chapter 22, entitled Streets and Sidewalks, more specifically Section 22-1.15, entitled Restoration by Permittee, so as to include certain language clarifying the obligation and responsibilities set forth therein, passed on final reading.
Okay?
Yeah.
We have a motion to open to the public.
So moved.
Second.
Anyone from the public care to speak on this ordinance and this ordinance alone? If not, I will close the public portion. May I have a motion to adopt the ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrin, second by Council President Ballesteri. On roll call, we have Council Members Dennis,
Yes.
Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek, Pellegrin,
Yes.
Sheridan,
Yes.
Council President Ballesteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution R-424-23, introduce ordinance number 23-37 on second reading, whereas the public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending the Code of the Borough, specifically Chapter 18, entitled Swimming Pools, same to reflect a new section, contain new language herein, was introduced and passed at a meeting held on Thursday, October 19, 2023, and that further consideration of this ordinance would be taken up at this meeting, and whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given an opportunity to be heard concerning the same. Now therefore it be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending the Code of the Borough, specifically Chapter 18, entitled Swimming Pools, same to reflect a new section, contained new language herein, passed on final reading.
May I have a motion to open to the public?
So moved.
Second.
Anyone from the public here to speak on this ordinance and this ordinance alone? If not, I'll close the public portion. May I have a motion to adopt the ordinance? Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrin, second by Sheridan. On roll call, we have Councilmember Dennis.
We're on R 423-23, correct?
424-23.
424-23.
Yes, ordinance 23-37.
I think it's reading differently, Shanae. On the first page it says 423-23, and the second page it says 424-23. Am I reading this crazy? Right? Here it says 423, and here's 424.
What's the name?
Oh,
Yeah, a little mix-up with numbers here, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm sure it's nothing.
yes, I'm sorry, it was stuck to the other ordinance. Sorry.
Okay, do we have it squared away?
Yes, I'm going to go back to ordinance number 23-36 on second reading. It is resolution number 4-423-23. Okay, sorry about that. Introduce ordinance number 23-36 on second reading. Whereas the public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled Borough of Elmwood Park, an ordinance to amend Chapter 2, Article 3, Section 27.26, F1 and F2 of the Code of the Borough of Elmwood Park to amend fees was introduced and passed in a meeting held on Thursday, October 19, 2023, and that further consideration of this ordinance will be taken up at this meeting. And whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given an opportunity to be heard concerning the same. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that an ordinance entitled Borough of Elmwood Park, an ordinance to amend Chapter 2, Article 3, Section 27.26, F1 and F2 of the Code of the Borough of Elmwood Park to amend fees pass on final reading.
Okay, just to be clear, this is ordinance 23-36?
Yes.
And, okay, may I have a motion to open to the public?
So move.
Thank you. Anyone from the public here for a second shot on this ordinance? No? I will close the public portion. I may have a motion to adopt the ordinance.
So move.
Call the roll, please.
First by Fasolo, second by Pellegrin. On roll call, we have Councilmembers Dennis,
Yes.
Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek, Pellegrin,
Yes.
Sheridan,
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Going back to ordinance, resolution R-424-23, introduce ordinance number 23-37. We have a motion by Councilwoman Pellegrin and a second by Councilwoman Sheridan. On roll call, we have Councilmembers Dennis.
Okay.
So now we're on the pools one, right?
Yes, now we're on the
Okay.
pool, sorry.
Are we good, Tanisha?
Yes, I just wanted to make sure I knew what my papers were. Yes.
Okay, where were we?
Fasolo. Golubek.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Sheridan.
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries.
This is the swimming ordinance, correct?
Yes, we already had a motion.
So I have a question about this. Sal, is this a legal question?
Yes, Mayor.
I have a little baby's pool that in this hot summer days, I stick my feet in and I feel like I'm in Wildwood. Is that illegal if I want to rent that out to another person?
Basically, yes.
Okay, thank you. I will put it in the garbage and not violate the law. I promise you. Sinead?
Yes. I'm trying to make sure I have it right.
Gotta have fun doing this, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta have fun.
Now we have resolution R-425-23, introduce ordinance number 23-38 on second reading. Whereas the public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to Authorize the Improvement of 14th Avenue from Iozia Terrace to East 53rd Street, East 53rd Street from 15th to 18th Avenues, and 16th Avenue from East 53rd to East 55th Streets, and by and for the Borough of Elmwood Park and the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $390,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds, to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds, bonds was introduced and passed at a meeting held on Thursday, October 19th, 2023, and that further consideration of this ordinance will be taken up at this meeting, and whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given an opportunity to be heard concerning the same. Now therefore it be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to Authorize the Improvement of 14th Avenue from Iozia Terrace to East 53rd Street, East 53rd Street from 15th to 18th Avenues, and 16th Avenue from East 53rd to East 55th Streets, and by and for the Borough of Elmwood Park in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $390,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds, passed on final reading.
Motion to open to the public. Thank you. Anyone from the public here to speak on this ordinance? If not, I will close the public portion. May I have a motion to adopt the ordinance?
Second.
Call the roll, please.
First by Council President Ballesteri, second by Councilman Fasolo. On roll call, we have Council Members Dennis.
Yes.
Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Sheridan.
Yes.
Council President Ballesteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution R-426-23, introduced ordinance number 23-39 on second reading, whereas the public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to Authorize the Acquisition of a New Pumper Fire Engine, including original apparatus and equipment, and by and for the Borough of Elmwood Park in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $1,490,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds. Was introduced and passed at a meeting held on Thursday, October 26, 2023, and that further consideration of this ordinance would be taken up at this meeting, and whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given an opportunity to be heard concerning the same. Now therefore it be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to Authorize the Acquisition of a New Pumper Fire Engine, including original apparatus and equipment, and by and for the Borough of Elmwood Park in the County of Bergen, New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $1,490,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds, passed on final reading.
May I have a motion to open to the public?
Second.
Thank you. Anyone from the public here to speak on this? If not, I'll close the public portion. Before I move on, though, you could see the price of POCA has gone up on these fire engines. We're talking about $1.5 million. The silver lining, though, is that we won't be incurring that cost for some 52 months, is it, Mike? 54 months. So it is actually prudent and wise for us to make this decision now so that that 54 months doesn't turn into 6 years and 7 years. Okay. Motion to adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
First by Council President Ballesteri, second by Councilwoman Pellegrin. On roll call, we have Council Members Dennis.
Yes.
Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Sheridan.
Yes.
Council President Ballesteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Now we have our consent agenda. We have resolutions R-427-23, approval of payroll, R-428-23, approval of bills list, R-429-23, authorized vacation buyback, R-430-23, resolution to refund overpayment, exempt veteran, R-431-23, resolution to refund overpayment, exempt veteran, R-432-23, authorized current estimate number 5, FY 2021 NJDOT Mola Boulevard improvements, R-433-23, appointment of Recreation Department staff for the 2023-2024 school year aftercare program, R-434-23, approved Elmwood Park Fire Department stipend program, second quarter compensation, R-435-23, resolution of the approval for DAS Strategies LLC to receive a Class 5 cannabis retail license to operate at 294-296 US Route 46 East within the Borough of Elmwood Park, R-436-23, a resolution authorizing the Borough Business Administrator to create, institute, adopt, implement a Borough Employee Performance Evaluation Process Program and establish and conduct same. R-437-23, appointment of firefighters. R-438-23, resignation of firefighter. R-439-23, leave of absence of firefighter. R-440-23, approval to submit and execute grant application. R-441-23, authorized release of cash performance bond. R-442-23, resolution to approve the consent agenda.
May I have a motion on the consent agenda?
Mayor, before we start, can I make a motion to table R-436-23? I'm not for or against it. I just think that we haven't vetted it enough, and I think that it requires further discussion, maybe another meeting for it. 436
This has to do, Mr. Fasolo, would you like to?
table, motion
read
to
off-
table,
Yeah, would you like to read off what you're tabling?
436-23.
That was the abbreviated aspect. Resolution authorizing the Borough Business Administrator to create, institute, adopt, implement a Borough Employee Performance Evaluation Process Program and establish and conduct same. Now, I think we did have discussion on this.
Yeah,
Mayor, I'm sorry. I'm with Councilman Fasolo for a second. I got the paperwork, and I have quite a few questions on how it's laid out. I feel like there's so many things that we should discuss prior to implementing, and I think we need another session to kind of go through that.
That's reasonable. Counsel?
I just want to say something. I called Sal myself today and went over some things, and he explained them to me. So it's not unreasonable that we sit through one more, because I had the opportunity to ask questions this afternoon. So I'm okay with tabling it, but we did talk about this at length, and once our questions are answered at the next meeting, I hope we move forward with this, because we kind of all agreed on it at a meeting. And I get that there's some questions, because I had some myself, but I hope we don't delay this. I'd like to get this passed before the end of the year. So
Yeah.
as long as our questions are answered, please, colleagues, let's move along as we said we would.
Okay, and we've got to give the benefit of the doubt to Ms. Dennis, that she had probably missed a meeting, that we were in a discussion with this, and she has questions. Let's resolve the questions, and we'll get on the same page.
So tabled by,
So we're pulling that out, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Do I
by,
need a resolution here?
I motion to table.
I second.
yes.
Do I need to call for all in favor? All in
Yes.
favor of
Aye.
tabling?
Aye.
Okay, resolution R-436-23 has been removed from the consent agenda as a standalone resolution and has been tabled. I need a motion on the consent agenda.
So moved.
Thank you. First by Fasolo, second by Council President Ballasteri. On roll call, we have Council members Dennis,
Yes.
Fasolo,
Yes.
Golovec. Yes. Pellegrin.
Yes.
Sheridan.
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next, we have an item for correspondence. We have resolution received from the Township of Frelinghuysen. I'm going to turn the meeting over to Borough Attorney Ingraffia.
Hi, Mayor and Council. It was technically with great pleasure that we're getting this resolution, which is a mirror image of the resolution that we passed, granting and giving this particular fire truck that is sitting idly, unusable in a sense to us, because it's not up to par. But there is a municipality in the state of New Jersey by the name of Frelinghuysen, which is very unusual. I've never heard of it, but we did contact them. They're very happy to take the truck because they are opening up their own volunteer fire department, and they'll take anything right now to help them along. And I requested that they would do a reciprocal resolution accepting the donation, because it's actually being donated through state statute, that you're allowed to donate to another municipality or organizations. They're doing it so with the understanding that they're taking it as is, no conditions, and holding the borough of Elmwood Park harmless as to anything that would develop or come about from the truck, okay, whether it be mechanical or any other thing, okay?
Is that a form of indemnification?
Yes. So therefore, it's been approved by them to accept it under those terms and conditions, and it's a good thing that the fire department is trying to get rid of this truck anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, it may seem like we're paying $1.5 million for a new fire engine 4 years from now. And you would think that it would have some asset value when it's 20 years old and 25 years old. But they don't. They end up sitting in our DPW yard and they rust away. It's very hard to give it to like a country that is in need of it. There's probably tremendous amount of ramifications to that. So this is the way we're avoiding that truck sitting and rotting. Somebody's going to get some use out of it. All right. We need a motion for this, correct?
No,
No.
no, it's just correspondence.
Just correspondence.
Okay.
Moving on to departmental report, we have the Board of Health meeting minutes from September 11, 2023, and the Library Board meeting minutes from September 18, 2023.
May I have a motion to accept the departmental report? Sandy, second. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Okay.
All in favor?
Yes. All in favor?
Someday I'll get that right.
It's okay. All in favor? Okay, next we have applications. We have St. Leo's Church raffle for December 13th, 2023.
We need a motion to accept this application.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Okay, Mayor, at this time, I'm going to turn the meeting over to you for council reports.
Council reports, Councilwoman Dennis?
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to, I feel like it was a long time ago, but it really wasn't. I just wanted to commend everyone for their efforts on Community Day. It was a fantastic event. All the various departments that got together to make that happen, it was greatly appreciated. It was very well attended, and look forward to everything growing and being bigger and better next year. And of course, the fireworks were fantastic. I actually watched it from my front porch, but it was a great display and it was very much appreciated. So, and the music all day long, it's a great day, and somehow it was 80 degrees in October, so I feel like we were lucky as opposed to the prior 8 weeks of rain that we got. So thank you again to Chief, your staff, the Recreation Department, and everyone that got together for that. For the Recreation Department, the last day to register for our basketball program for winter is actually today. Hopefully someone's paying attention to this. We'll put it online. Basketball program actually starts this weekend, so if anyone is interested in getting their children signed up, today's the last day for that. And we have so many updates, so many things happening as the end of the year approaches for holidays. And while everything is not set in stone, we just encourage everyone to follow the Elmwood Park Recreation Department online, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, to get those updates and be able to attend all those various events from now to the end of the year. And if we don't see everyone here, have happy holidays. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Fasolo?
Thank you, Mayor. I want to start off also by commending everyone who's involved in Community Day. I feel like every year that event is getting better and better, and that's because of the hard work that we all put in, everybody who's involved in that. I also want to commend the Elmwood Park Police Department for their presence during Halloween. They were all on the road, and their presence was greatly seen and enjoyed by all the kids as well. So thank you for that. I also want to congratulate all of the candidates from Tuesday. Congratulations to Council-elect Troisi, Councilwoman Pellegrin, and Mayor Coletti on their reelection. Win or lose, we all have the same goal up here. That's to improve the town that we live in. And although we may have the different opinions on the path to get there, the goal is always the same. So I want to congratulate all of you. On another note, I'm deeply disappointed about the decision of the planning board last night to deny what would be our first cannabis establishment opening up in Elmwood Park. I disagree with their decision, and I just wanted to put that on record. Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Golubek?
Thank you, Mayor. I want to address, obviously, the election. As you all know, I was a candidate for mayor along with Sandy Balistrieri and Keith Place. On one hand of the coin, we got a lot of people to vote for us, got about 45% of the vote. But on the other side of the coin, that's not enough to win. The majority of the residents spoke and spoke clearly and elected Mayor Coletti and his team. So I'd like to congratulate the mayor, Mayor Coletti, on your reelection. Congratulate Councilwoman Pellegrin on your reelection, and congratulate Councilwoman-elect Troisi on your election. I'm looking forward to you joining us in January. I want to thank my running mate, Sandy Balistrieri, for your hard work and your friendship all these years, as well as our running mate, Keith Place, for putting his name forward. I want to thank Councilman Fasolo, Councilwoman Dennis, for your support in this endeavor. I'm proud of the campaign we ran. We put out some substance. We put out, I think, good ideas. And even though it wasn't the will of the people to, re-elect our council ticket, elect me as mayor, I have 2 years left in my term. Just because the campaign didn't work out, the ideas and the goals and the mission doesn't die. So I look forward to bringing forward a lot of the things that were mentioned in the campaign to the table. I think a lot of them are good ideas, and some will get support, some won't. But I'm looking forward to moving forward. There's a time and a place for elections and politics, and we went through that. And there's a time and a place for governing, and that's where we're entering next. So once again, congratulations to all the
Thank you.
winners.
Thank you. Very well said. Councilwoman Sheridan? I like to keep you on your toes.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to say congratulations to Council-elect Pam. Lorraine, you're back up here with us. Mayor, congratulations. It was a tough election, but we all managed to get through it, and now that it's over and done with, we all have to work together. And I'll just leave it at that. As far as the Oaks go, they have a super cocktail party going on November 17th, open bar from 7 to 8, pizza from 7 to 9, $25 per person, but there's also $200 gift door prizes that are going to be available. Also, the hoop shoot is Saturday, December 2nd at the Rec Center. It goes boys and girls ages 8 to 13. If you need more information, I have Mark Allen's phone number. You can see me after tonight. Elmwood Park Homeowners is having their holiday party Tuesday, December 5th, 6 o'clock at Francesco's Restaurant on McBride Ave in Woodland Park. It's $60 per person. The list of food is huge here. It'll take me all night to say that. But you can RSVP to Linda at 201-982-4919 by December 27th, if anyone is interested in it. November 27th, I'm sorry. If anybody's interested in going, that's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Pellegrin?
Yes, good evening, everyone. My Board of Health update. They'll be having the free rabies clinic for dogs and cats on Wednesday, November 15th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Firehouse Number 4 on Mola Boulevard. Residents Assistance Program update. On Monday, November 6th, our food pantry gave out multiple turkeys, chickens, and ham to ensure our pantry clients have a nice dinner on Thanksgiving. We also work with our schools to give food gift cards for all the holidays for families in need. Our pantry is open all year long, and we help feed approximately 100 residents per month. This program is run on donations only, so if you are in need or you know anybody that is, or you want to donate, please call our office at 201-796-1457, extension 106 or 104. Again, thank you, Linda Colombini and the entire Homeowners Association for their very generous donation to the Residents Assistance Program. It's truly appreciated. And to all the others who contribute to our program, thank you all so much. We couldn't do it without all the generosity that we receive. My election comments. I would just like to thank the residents of Elmwood Park for voting my team in. Also, a big thank you to our family and friends who worked tirelessly to lead us to victory.
Mayor Coletti, Pam, and all of our council team, I look forward to working together for the betterment of our great community. Also, congratulations to our Board of Education members who are re-elected. I look forward to our continued partnership with our schools. Lastly, to all who put their names in to run and fell short, I personally know it's not easy. I've won and lost elections. Never give up on your passion and try again. If I would have given up, I would not be sitting here today. May God bless our Elmwood Park community always. Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Council President
Thank you,
Ballesteri.
Mayor. Well, I'd like to congratulate Mayor Coletti, Councilwoman Pellegrin on your reelection, and also Council-elect Trozy on your win for this election. I also wanted to thank my running mates, Stan and Keith. I think we ran a very clean and was very happy with what our campaign was based on. We fell short, but again, you know what? It happens. We win some and we lose some. And I do want to thank my council. I'm losing my, I know, I may say Denise, but I won't. I want to thank you guys for always supporting us and being by our side throughout the election. Tanisha, you really, you're a great support to us, and I couldn't ask for more. And also for you too, Mr. Fasolo. Thank you very much. And I also do want to congratulate Doug, Doreen, and Liz on their reelection to the Board of Education. I wish everyone a wonderful 2024 as you start your new terms. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President. Let me say, we talked a little about Community Day, and I just got to step back in time here for a little bit and go back about 20 years. It was a small event back then, and we got a committee together and said, let's make this event bigger and better. And that's when Richie DeMauro was the director of the rec building. And we all worked together, and it started to move in the right direction. Then came along Donna Pugliese. She added to it, and then came along our new current director. He's adding to it, and this mayor and council is adding to it. And it's just evolved into such a wonderful day. I've never seen it like, maybe it was the weather, maybe it was everything put together, but I wish we can just repeat that for the next 100 years. Regarding the election, as far as the school board goes, you got good people there, you had good people running against them, but the people that are there are doing a great job. I'm happy for your success, and for the ones that didn't make it, you got to keep trying, like Sandy said here before. You don't stop. You don't stop. And take it from me. I've ran in 10 elections. I've lost 3, 1 senatorial and 2 local here. 1 was a school board, and then 1 was a council. I never gave up, though. After the day I lost, it's an ugly feeling. You feel disappointed, drained, and after time goes by, you start to build up that urge again to get back in it. And if you look at my score, if I was playing baseball, 7 out of 10, I'm batting 700. But I lost 3 times. So there's nobody on this dais here that is a loser. Just to put their best foot forward and take on a job like this, that if you figure it out, you're not even getting paid a minimum wage. It's probably 1/3 of a minimum wage. That stipend does not compare to the hours you have to put in, and also the mental anguish of 24/7. So everybody up on this day is here. There's not a loser. We're all winners for getting involved in that democratic process of elected officials. So I want to say that to everyone here. And Daniel, we have to get that same rapport we had the first 2 years. I don't know what happened. I'm not saying it's you. I'm not saying it's me. But if we can get that rapport back, it's just going to be great for this council and great for them people out there. So I'm wishing on that. Sandy, I know you'll be back. I know that. And to my two running mates, you worked very hard. It came to fruition for you this year, but beware, when you get up here, you got to keep working, and keep working. With that said, I will stop talking, and may I have a motion to open to the public?
So move.
Anyone from the public care to speak on anything whatsoever? Astrology, archaeology? Yes, sir. It's got to turn red. All right, you're
Are we
on.
good? All right. Hi, Ed Shebeglitz. I live on 84 Summit Ave. I'm here at the request of my tenants. I have a two-family house. And they just asked me after a recent incident to show up and ask about the traffic on the street and see if we could get something done similar to what was done on Linden Ave, I think it was last year, where they installed a new stop sign at a three-way intersection, just to kind of tamp down the speed on the street.
Where are you thinking, West Street or Elm?
West Street and Vivani, particularly.
West Street?
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of the backstory. I moved into town in November of 2017, and within 5 hours of me being here, someone totaled my car on the street. So, a little bit of...
Do you live on Summit?
Yes,
I'm your neighbor on Grove, so
excellent.
I get it. They're cut through streets and
Yeah, they come,
people
it's,
hustle down those blocks. So
Yeah.
we'll evaluate it
yeah.
and then we'll present it to the council.
They've called in a couple times to the town. The town said, you have to show up at a meeting, so here I am.
You could have just emailed, you didn't have to show up, but thank you for coming.
All right,
We'll look into it.
thank you.
Anyone else care to speak? Wow. I'm going to use the 60s term. That's heavy, man. Okay. With that said, then, I guess I can ask for anything further we have to do? Sal, anything? We all finished? Yeah. A motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn. Second, we got two all in favor. You can go home. Don't go home.